And welcome to part 7 of Rover Build. Let's go shopping. Okay, so first on the list we will go to the fabulous hobbyking.com for our radio gear. So first we'll go to the radio section, and the autoplay starts. We go to the Hobby King brand radios, and the item we are looking for is the Hobby King 2.4 GHz 6-channel TXRX V2 Mode 2. Mode 1 and Mode 2 refers to the placement of the throttle stick on the Mode 2. The ratcheted throttle is over on the left stick on Mode 1, popular in Europe. The ratcheted throttle is on the right stick. I prefer Mode 2, it's just what I'm used to and what you can find more easily here. So that's a whopping $29. We'll add one of those to the cart. You can get extra receivers for just a hair over $10. And most importantly, you want to pick up the USB cable. You'll need this device to program the radio for mixing, which is very important for robots. So we'll add one of these to the cart. We will pick up a BEC, or battery eliminator circuit. Many of the speed controllers do not provide 5 volts for use with the radio receiver, and in any case when we stick an Arduino or other microcontroller on this, we're going to need a nice solid 5 volt supply for that. So pick up one of the BECs, 5 amp, 8326, this one will do fine. So we'll add one of those to the cart. My recommendation for a good, inexpensive all-around charger is this one here, the iMax B6 AC. This will charge up to 6S, that's right around 22 volts I believe, at 50 watts, which, here we go, 50 watts, 5 amps. And it runs on both American Standard and European input power, as well as 12 volts DC from like a car battery for use in the field. This is not the best charger I've used. The interface is a little bit non-intuitive, but it does work and it's pretty inexpensive. This would be my recommendation if you're looking for a battery charger for just general purposes. There will be another option on that later. For the batteries, I actually recommend sealed lead acid batteries, which we'll take a look at another place. But if you really do want lithium batteries, I think the best option for the Rover is the multi-star high-capacity packs. This one would be my recommendation. Multi-star high-capacity. It is a 3S, or right around 11.1 volts. It packs a whopping 5.2 amp hours, but a phenomenal price of $17. So this, probably a pair of these would run the Rover for the better part of a day, as well as a microcontroller and a camera or something of that nature. So this is a excellent value for the money. There's a lot of power contained in these for not a whole lot of weight. However, there are concerns with lithium polymer, as they can be kind of persnickety about charging and discharging, and there are lots of horror stories about these things bursting into flames, which doesn't sound like a very pleasant thing to happen. But anyway, so those would be the items from the Hobby King: the radio, the programmer, the battery eliminator, and maybe a charger, and maybe a battery. So if you did not want to go with the lithium battery option, okay, so now let's go to my favorite discount tool store for another battery option. So if we just go into the search box and put in jump start, comes up with this. This is a portable power jump start box, and you can see that the sale price is $49.99. They often put this on sale in the print ads for $40, so you're going to get out the door for like $45 after tax. So contained within this big plasticky box is a 17 amp hour 12 volt battery. So that is equivalent to about 3 of those green packs at about the same voltage. The kind of advantage with this is it will come with a charger, and also possibly this power switch right here could possibly be reused for the robot. So this is another option. This is actually an option I like a little bit better. The lead acid battery is inherently safe, and the fact that you can purchase it in store and not have to ship a big chunk of lead around is always a bonus in my opinion. So that takes care of the radio and the battery. Next, onto the speed controllers. Unfortunately, the place that I was going to and used for the prototype seems to be having a problem with production. So we'll have to look at some other options. Best option, this is a very promising looking controller. Unfortunately, you can't quite get it yet. It's offered by Rover Robotics. It's the Spark motor controller. It has a very attractive price tag at $45 and roughly the same specs. When it's available, I'm fairly sure this is going to be the my recommended speed controller. Is at pololu.com. The recommendation would be the 18V15 speed controller. Runs up to 30 volts max at 15 amps. These are the simple motor controller line. I have not personally used these. Other people have used them on similar projects, and I believe this to be up to the task. You would need to purchase 2 of them, one for each side, left and right, at $39 price point plus shipping. This is probably a fairly similar replacement for the speed controller I was originally using in the prototype. The Robot Marketplace. And this is a great place to search for just your general robot needs. I'm sure you've come across it on the searching on the Google. You just click under the electronics and then onto the speed controllers. So they offer a fairly complete line. I would not recommend using the Sabertooth line of speed controllers, although they are probably fine for the Rover project. We've had a lot of problem with these in the robot combat circles. They're just not robust enough for the abuse we put them through. The Siren and the Robo-Craw are very similar looking, so I'm not sure how I would trust those. The Robotech controllers are ungodly expensive and huge, but they do work. The Rage Bridge would be a good choice, but it's way overkill for this project. The Scorpion speed controller would probably work fine. Here's the Pololu motor controllers again. The IBC is also way overkill. Even this blue small single channel controller here for $40 would probably work fine for the Rover. However, I believe it maxes out at 12 volts, 10 cell, yes. So that's not much headroom. But there are many options. The advantage of getting the computer radio is it will take care of the mixing. We don't have to worry about that, although that is a nice bonus feature from a dual-channel controller like the Sabertooth or the Robotech. So, there you go. That's the speed controller breakdown, and also the shopping recommendations for the radio and battery charger. So on to the next episode. We will show some wiring with one of these speed controllers. I guess I'll have to pick one and we'll try and wire it up. Righto oot!